Hello guys. Anna here. How are you today? It's our daily live stream. And so, what we are going to discuss today? Let's watch this short video.
The guys that get laid and interviewing the men that have been screwed by divorce has made me had a completely different point of view of women. Because what I found out was that the guys that get screwed over in divorce tend to be the simp category, where they think women are these awesome angels. They could never do no wrong. All you have to do is find a good woman and treat her well, and you'll have a good life. And those are the ones that I just saw getting screwed over in divorce. It wasn't the rich guys. It wasn't the incels. It was the traditional men that wanted to get married semi-young, usually in their 20s, and have a good life.
Hey, not very happy topic, yeah, but very, very true, very real. And so, I guess, guys, you those who live in the West observe, nowadays pictures, you know more about this, you know probably personal stories of guys that you met who were screwed after divorce, and hey, I understand, going, when you get married, especially if you know guy of traditional point of view on the family and just wanted to live happy life, choosing your right woman to be with in this journey. And then when it's end up for you in very sad way, when you feel screwed, when you feel frustrated and disappointed, no wonder you holding, for future, you're afraid, you don't want those relationship again, marriages, this type of commitment, because you go through very big pain of living through very difficult, one of the probably most difficult experience of your life. And so I just wanted to, I don't have my personal experience a lot about this in the West, and I'm not Western man, but I know this side of, picture, and from the Slavic, Ukrainian perspective of what's going on in my country, right? And so like they think that, in the West, man afraid to be screwed again. This is very opposite in Ukraine, because we don't have this thing that, in the West, as I know, it's like woman can take advantage of man, and this woman, she's talking about you cannot take advantage of any man, right? And it doesn't matter his status or whatever, it's just like if he behave like a simp, she get this kind of treatment of his partner who just, basically being abusive to him, and she taken this action, of not being nice to him, and she take advantage of him financially, this thing that alimony, for women, we don't have this like as a nominal thing existing in Ukraine. Just like in Ukraine, this is very opposite world where woman normally screwed up, in a divorce, because she stays with no support from ex-husband, like not to her, just even to their common children, because and there is no like government or any way of protection, so I mean she's facing, she become now, she, with her heartbreaking experience, have also to face how to all of a sudden be that woman that can be financially stable, emotionally, like in many ways being a father and mother to a child, and that's make their, like, it's make their life difficult in a way of more difficult in a way of, again, believing in love, in like believing in, that, taking this chance again to go in relationship with a, recovering from all this experience, and give it new goal, right? Just the same, you guys who was screwed in the West, not to be frustrated with all women in the world, just like, learn what you need to learn from this experience, and just like having new hope, go in a new relationship. And so, maybe it this thing that, you observe that Slavic women, they much more like slower, opens up to woman, you call it cold women, but this is not cold. This is like, if you if you date a very young woman who, not being damaged or whatever, didn't have any bad experiences, she's more in this natural naive way, like she's and so this is different dynamic. But if you date lady, like after she has some experience and it was not, good experience, obviously if she divorced, she's more cautious about, she had to learn her lessons, not to make again the same mistakes, so she's more cautious about, and more slowly to opens up to a man, and so so I believe that, doesn't matter it's a woman or man, if if you um, we teach people how to treat us, and so I I think that, um when we behave in this way, that we dissolve ourselves in other person that we love, losing ourselves, it's never worked for us in a great way. We always have very difficult experiences, doing that. So I believe that love, and harmonic relationship, which is lead, to happy end, it's always about when your love to other person come from love and, like happy feeling attitude towards yourself, basically all relationship, all things in life, like I don't know, everything how we do, it starts from relationship with ourselves, and so you can, you can be, like judging guys who behave like sims, or but it's just like, I mean, we all sims at some point when we're young and we not, don't have this maturity level, right? And so we, the thing that if we learn from, our life experience and what conclusions we make, and so I think healthy relationship, it's always about and happy relationship, right? It's coming from, you know your your healthy self-esteem, your when you love yourself, it's like, I believe if I'll ask you, you will give me answers, examples of, hello guys, of people that, that, for example, I don't know, doesn't have any like, um, they're not super beautiful, or like some something extraordinary about them, but like all people around love them. And just, but if you look more, closely to those people, you will realize that their belief about themselves and their self-worth, it just set to very, good healthy standards, level. And so what happening that, the world is organized this way that just people mirroring us, mirroring what we feel about ourselves, and if we feel, we know ourselves, we love ourselves, we accept ourselves for who we are, uh, we attract these people who see, our perception of ourselves, they just reflect it to us, right? And so we have this type of relationship. But if we you know feel that we're not good enough, I don't know, we don't have, um, our understanding and set boundaries that, that we translate to the world about the way we accept to treat us, like, for example, every I saw the statistics, yeah, that in Ukraine, in this half a year until January to June, it was declared in a country where is no protection towards women on governmental level. It means it's like very small number of girls, they really like apply for help, because no like mechanism that really will help them, so there was statistics in half a year, there was 320,000 ladies apply that they need help from, family abuse. And so I understand if this is official like numbers, so how many more ladies, they just sitting there, they don't do nothing about this, right? And so if you talk to any of those ladies, and they and it's very very big problem, in Ukraine, I must say, I must admit it, and you can see the numbers. It's just like a lot of our ladies, when men start to date, we have this feedback of like, she's moving very slow, she has very abusive relationship in past, and she just like, she's very cautious now, right? So so all of this, like all of the situation, when woman finally, she was brave enough to stop this relationship, is when she basically, she come to the point where I'm done, it's enough, I don't allow nobody to treat me this way, right? And so it's become from building, your own self-esteem, self-worth, of you training people, how it's acceptable to treat you and how not, right? And so as a naive person myself, I relate to, guys who struggling with, with seeing things, how it is, instead of like, I mean, the way naive person like, live, it's like you see things better than they are, and so I understand. And you always like, and that's the story of a lot of Ukrainian women when they in abusive relationship, they always try like to like, okay, I will forgive, this time, not next time, will be, I want to believe him that it will never happen again, but every time it just grow, until she like, this is final point. And so I think this there is a lot of great things about being naive, but it's just like when you put yourself in danger, of emotional, physical, or any other type of abuse, this is just not on in an area of where like we really care about us, and this is not the point where you truly can share love, because I believe that truly person can share love with other person when she knows how to love herself, and so she's coming in a relationship not in expectation that someone will, you know provide her this love um, from outside, uh, to this empty cup. That is your responsibility to fill out. And so I think we need to, especially in these Christmas miracle times, believe in miracles, everything, but we also need to be um, brave enough to see things how it is, and just like to be very honest with ourselves, and when you go through, you have vision. You see, the woman in this video, she was talking about mostly young guys, right? Those traditional men who was believing, as all of us, right, that this marriage will happen once for lifetime and this will be happy end, and like just like in fairy tale. um and I was there, I was this woman also in my 19 years old, when I mm, in my pleasure to, like, to deliver my love, to person, just like was not, was no me there, just like I was losing myself in this other person, and then the result was he was losing interest in me, because, and that's what happened to those, you call it sim guys, but I was also sim girl, young girl who was learning, and I believe this is part of, like, our discovery, of getting, getting our life wisdom and maturity, um you're doing very sooner or later just sound like fun. Thank you. Do any of these women develop PD or post-traumatic stress disorder from the way they were treated by men? mm, I believe that, like, it's our, I don't know, like we go, we do every day. We go in the bathroom, we brush our teeth, we take care about our physical body. The same thing we need to take care about, our emotional, um, you know, things that we carry with us, all our life, and just like go there and look there, and working with this. So I believe some women, they have it, if they don't have intention to look there and work with this, and so if they strongly sat there, it's just holding them, and they procrastinated new relationship. The same with the guys who, was struggling of, screwing up by divorce, with women who um, could take advantage of them, and so they might feel, and they can stuck there, of feeling frustrated in all women in the world, and just like living with this picture, with this belief, and just like, living lonely life rest of their life, it's also a choice, it's also a choice. But I believe in choices that make our lives happier, more harmonic, and like just like allowing ourselves to, wherever, how hard we were beaten, in past, all our experience, there is all good things happen. I mean, there is a lot of good things happen even in bad experience. That's the way we learn, and so there is always things to be grateful for in all lessons that we're going through. And so this is our choice to stuck there, and just set us up with, new beliefs and perception of the world, of, how ugly it is, and like how people ugly, and just all time getting confirmation of those things, because, our beliefs, this is our reality. Or, just like looking back in this experience, asking, what my soul wants to get from it, what lessons I should learn, what I need to change, so in future I will not have this, experience. And beautiful hypnotherapy that I create, it's touched this, point of visualization of your partner and your relationship, and things that you experience while you listen it, but also releasing all this pain and bad experience that you went through. Just let them go. Release them. Oh, guys, don't be too high expectations about my English. Okay? I try, but it's you call it words parasites, right? We have it in Russian language as well. That's right, Anna. Those men referred in the video were men that immature when they get into relationship and marriages that led them divorced or break up. Yeah, if you talk about your situation in Ukraine, if you will open up statistics, there is even earlier marriages happen, and there is a lot of reasons why it happened, right? Because of more women than a man, and so like woman is afraid to miss out on her opportunity, and like this is very. I mean, you know what? I was talking to my mom. She's here, right? And I didn't know, but she got married when she was 17. I mean, I never did this math in my head, right? And was normal in Soviet Union. I was like, look at my mom. I said, it was legal, that at 17 you was allowed to marry, like, I don't know. It's even she was not at this, 18 even, age. And she said, yes, in Soviet Union you could do this from 16 to 18 with the permission of the parent. And so I asked, so they was asking my grandma permission. No, actually, no. So like, I don't know. She fell in love. She was on the first grade of university, and yeah, she didn't have like strong reason to get married so early because like she was not pregnant or like nothing happened, right? But she was just like madly in love with my father, and so they she was like super excited and happy. This is the best like things that happened for her ever in her. And yeah, so you see, like from even like in Soviet Union, it was like very early just married. So it's becoming now like older age, but still it's like 25. People start to get married. And the thing that I'm now, and I'm in my, I don't know, 19, 20 years old, it's very different person, right? It's just different level of experience, maturity, and everything. And so in actuality, you don't know yourself at this age. And so you have hard time to like understand, or attract right partner, right. What I mean, right, you attract, all different, people that we mean, they make great impact in our life, of whom we become. But what I mean that right, it's like in my belief, relationship of of nowadays, it's one people main goal, of course, it's to to double happiness that you have, to you know but also it's when people like in relationship, they have this like synergy of male and female energy, and so they become each other stronger. The way they make impact on each other, it just like they it's very like conscious relationship where people read through each other, where people um don't live in expectations on how other person should behave, or like women have or men have expectations how she should change it, like just like people accepting each other with their own imperfections, that they it's like high exceptional um love, where yeah, people just develop on many different levels together. Okay. mm, So they think that, if marriages happen later, it probably would save or make people choose more wise, and just save them from those experiences. But anyway, it is what it is. Mm, it's too much. It's two different people. It's what? You change your, oh no, the book, what? We talk about basically topicals. This will make women run. um, when men behave, as a simp, but I know guys, sometimes make comments of those guys who've been scammed, and like they think that they're so stupid, and you will never be hooked, or like you just cannot imagine yourself um um or just those guys that lose, become um you know that Western women take advantage of, by divorcing and um, causing them emotional, financial abuse, and so what I'm saying that, those things of financial abuse while you divorce, it just not exist in Ukraine. It's not exist there, because our system, law, law works very, very different. And so go woman, that's one who, abused in any kind of, divorce that happened. So so i I don't believe we should, judge people, or like, make fun of them, of like this woman say, um, it was just traditional men who just want family, and they was believing this is will happen one in a lifetime, and then woman divorce them and they screwed up them, right? um, you guys need to learn how to, you know this quality of being naive, it has a lot of positive things about this, but also it's give you a lot of, troubles in life, when you want to see things that differently from what they are. It's the same with the Western man who is, marrying woman, like she say, thinking that he just need to make right decision, right woman, and that she's angelic and she will never hurt him. mm, it's always, it's always well, I start to think about this, and I start to try to speak it less, and I just completely lose my flow. Hervu, or errach. So maybe I say it because I have hard time to express myself in English, because this is not my native language. So if it's bothering you, I don't know, maybe you cannot listen to me, and it will help um, you to be not bothered. Nowadays, more educated men and women, including from Slavic ethnicity, not to rush in relationship, and they're aware that relationship need to develop before going to marriage. Yeah, this is definitely not things that you need to be in a hurry to get married. And just make sure this is a right person, right person. So what I want to say that, if in the West, that's what I start my live stream with. um, and so those guys who very naive and was screwed up, and they might think that, in Ukraine, going in Ukraine, that's there where we'll meet, unicorn and right, good value, good woman, and then they also can easily, stuck in a scam website where they will be used and abused, I say. So guys, it's always your responsibility to be smart, to put time and effort to educate yourself, um, to understand what's real, what's not, and just to escape this role where, and of course if it happened to you in past, um, to protect yourself, to understand what you need to change, in the level of, like, I see that Ukrainian women, they learn, so the way they from past abusive relationship, but in different way. As I said, it's those who in Ukraine, this is Ukrainian women who've been abused, not men with the divorce. And mostly I talk about common. So they learn, to move slowly and more, to be more cautious, to, especially if you date men from another country, you don't know much about him, and he can represent himself wherever he wants, and it's very hard to, like, to check and to find out truth, so they have to be more even cautious. um that's right, Anna. The traditional referred to person that doesn't work to develop and retain the relationship because they think by having traditional value partner they don't need to put the effort. Yeah, it's not having traditional values, it's not a cure, right? um it's a system of values that of course should match in a couple. People should have the same vision for a family, right? And like, for example, when I was single before I met Joe, I was offered to different type of relationship that was outside of what I seen for myself, what I'm looking. So I was not expressing interest, and I was not pursuing this type because it was not matching with my life values. So, but it doesn't mean that you meet person with the same life value system, and like you can blindly um, lose yourself in this person, um, just like in a blind belief that this is angelic person will never will like, you always need to, people change, people not stable, it's like you see yourself, remember yourself when you was 20 and now, if it's different person, maybe basic sets of values the same, but you are different, and what makes you different, your experience. Guys, do you have any questions? It's just really topic that I just wanted to say that um, I believe it shouldn't be very, harsh and like harsh on people who go through difficult experiences, calling them simp and thinking that we that smart that we will not be there. There is always, in every story that we came across, there is always something that we can learn, and be grateful that if a person opens up to you and just like learning from her experience, the best way, right? To save your emotional system, your heart, your wallet from, from hard experiences, learning from other person. But at the same time, as I said, making conclusions when you go through some tough experience, making conclusion about all the world that, frustrating. And it's also position, that a lot of you guys holding from, like building, you still have on a heart level, you still have dream of having a family and great relationship, but your picture, because you go through hard experience in past, it's just holding you from moving ahead, because that's everything, that's everything you believe, that, like, about women, and it holds you. um and the worst thing, that if you still believe that, you will be attracting those women who will be show you your beliefs. Who is the main person in your life? Write me, guys. Who is the main person in your life? While you will writing, I want to just remind you about that our running auction, okay? Just so you know, and if you would like, there is will be in description below all ways that you can participate, okay?
The ultimate purpose of this live stream is to hold another no-holds-barred auction. And some lucky bachelor is gonna win our ultimate matchmaking package that past clients have paid 10 grand for. But now you can practically steal it for pennies on the dollar. So here's what the high bidder's gonna win. 2 years of unlimited dating to meet as many of our 1,147 high-quality Ukrainian beauties as you want. Over, as I say, a 2-year period. Your own personal matchmaker to help you find the best lady for you. Unlimited success coaching with one of our superstar coaches. Okay, let the bidding continue.
Okay, guys, hope you know. In Belgium, the man usually loses the divorce financially. It happened to me. I see, Mark. Yeah, Belgium is like represents a Western world developed, the way system works was existing, which is very opposite from what's going on in a Slavic culture, in Slavic countries. I mean, in Ukraine, Russia. So when woman in Ukraine, she's getting married, and that's what you need to understand. And it's hard to understand this because you know what you know, right, from your country. When she's getting married, the only one thing that she's pursuing is to be happy, is to be wife of husband that she loves, and she doesn't have any like thinking about divorce, or like things that can how she can profit from it, because this is not simply not exist. Actually, she's taking risk because she knows that, having a child, it's very risky for her, because she see, all her friends who at some point could stay, for example, single moms with no any support from a man. There is was it's a fear of recurring events. Current children don't play with fire. Yeah, I understand, but the thing that the way we act in life, and we choose to live, we create our life. We choose to just stuck there in those fears, and make them just holding us. And we choose to believe and see world in in the way we experienced before. And we just will have more and more confirmation, unless we will let go. I mean, get great things from this experience, but just like manifest. We have this right to manifest what we want, which is very different from what we experienced before. And just find what happened good about this experience, take it from you, learn your lessons, but just allow yourself to add new experience, which will be completely new and completely different. And so by having fears of and living into these fears, of having that it will happen again, you basically invest your energy in creating these things, and it will happen to you again and again, because you create it on different level, on it not visible, but with your mind, with your frequency, with your vibration, with thing that you're trying to escape. You just like, I don't. Okay. Um, Try not to imagine pink elephant. Try not to imagine pink elephant. So what do you see now? What do you see now in front of your eyes? I told you try not to, but you see, but you focus on pink elephant. So I believe that you all guys saw now pink elephant. That's how our mindset works. And so if you focus on what we don't want, we just create it. We create it. So the main person in our life, this is ourself. This is ourself. From our relationship with ourself, we build relationship with other people. And this is not about being egoistic, as you might think. It's about how we attitude and feel about ourselves. It just radiates to other people and they read it. That's what I was telling, that there is some people that, I don't know, not super beautiful, not super smart, but they just like, everybody loves them because you see the thing they think about them. They don't have, they happy with themselves, and so people see this. And then you see there is some beautiful extraordinary model, who always like not happy with her figure, and she don't allow her to eat a lot of things, and just like, I don't know, she can have even some like problems with the health, where she becomes super slim, cannot eat food, just because she don't accept herself how she is, and she wants to be better and better. And you're like, what's going on, like, is it better to marry the woman in Ukraine or other country, or bring them to US and then marry them? Which way is man better protected? Unless they sign up prenup agreement. I've done video about prenup agreement, Bill. Ukrainian women, they normally don't know what if you try to approach them with prenup, they like you care more about money than about our love relationship, because she doesn't know your fears, your side of fears, because she doesn't have them, because this is not something she she was ever experienced in Ukraine. So with the right approach, I believe you can be successful with signing up prenup. Is something that really bothering you. I don't really know on a law level how you better protect it, but if there's something that bothering you, I think it's better to go with prenup. I don't personally believe in prenup. I believe in people, in their values, and the way they, the way they live, not just by words, but the things they do. And that's what we can really understand them, from actions. So, but if you really, because you see, in Ukraine, it doesn't matter how rich man, if he's getting married with Ukrainian woman, in a case if they split, they share 50-50 only those things that they bought together. So all wealth that he had before he met her stays with him, and she's not entitled to, to get any of those things. So this is not even in her mind that, it works differently, in other country. And also, also, it's not really, I mean, Ukrainian people, they're not average people. They're not rich to share like to like really, when if they split, there is something to share. So most of cases, it's not something that people discuss or fight for. If there is something, it's more about children. Try people find solution how it will be. But if there is children in the family, but never really material stuff. Everything easy here. Hello. But I have good news. I'm going to Germany for Christmas to meet my Ukrainian lady for the first time. Yeah, that's exciting news, Mark. My congratulations. Mark is our client. And I hope this time will everything happen for you. Just, yeah, I know, Mark, your story from Jana. We all know about everything that happened to our clients. And so one thing that I was talking recently to Joe, and it's nice to, and we have this 1 month of live stream, and so we do a lot of things that we prepare and research, and so it's interesting. I was analyzing my life, and where like man, it works the same way. When like man love woman, no, woman love man when she can care about him, express her care about him. And so like she built her emotional connection with him, her love, by putting efforts in this relationship, right? And so if it's turning down different paths where like man doing everything for woman, and where she just like in a point where she just receive his attention, his love, his care, and doesn't give nothing back, it's just turning into very like using position, and where woman don't see value in man, and she even lose attraction to him, because to build this attraction, to build this desire to be with a man, woman need to invest not money, but invest her care and her energy and her desire. And so man need to be very, very like measuring how much he throw him in a relationship, not to, even I can say a lot of women in Ukraine, when they see when man goes like in relationship with or you're the best, you're like was having too much, like care and love and like all this that he gathered. It's also even a lot of psychologists told that this is first sign of like abuser, that how he he get his victim in relationship, so like be careful if man is too much, like too much, and into you trying to and that's practice shows, how later it's unfolding. So they're very cautious if man kind of showing that he's desperately need her, and just like overwhelm her with emotion, care, how much he call her, texting, do for her. And it's also perceived in a feminine way, because that's what women normally do, that likes man, I mean, not at the like, it should be just everything about balance, right? I don't say that you should be like cold and just not initiative. No, but just everything about keeping this balance of giving and receiving. It should be exchange of things that you experience together. It should be not game in one gate, where ball just goes only in one direction. But the question is secure man that heal from past trauma. Yeah. So Mark, good luck, but just don't lose yourself. I've done that myself, when I was, and I see it was work against me, when I was completely dissolving myself in other person, trying to serve him in the best way possible, where I was losing this, level of, actually caring about myself and about what I need. It didn't lead me. It didn't lead me to happiness. It leads me to, again, you see, this is even I was Ukrainian man in the relationship, yeah, and I just like, men don't want that as well. Men want also women who have healthy self-esteem. If man, if man in a healthy position, of his own health esteem, he's not interested in a woman who'll be all over him, trying to please him at any price, and just like ignoring herself, her own needs, and her, I don't know, not filling her own cup, by her own. And we do it in very different and in very different way, Woman filling her cup by taking care about, herself. Men also, but in different way, right? So when we build a relationship with ourselves, loving, accepting, that's what our partners reflect in us, having the same loving, respectful things that they reflect to us. Yeah. So if you, it's if you, hi guys, hi, who's still joining. If you haven't watched Mark, our also very good video that I've done, how Ukrainian women, they shit test men. And so, as I said, it's and men also do this, but it just unconsciously happen, not like purposely, but everybody do this to identify, if it's my person or no, and just like seeing important things, seeing if there is any deal breaker, so everything goes well. So guys, I don't know, I guess it's moved to my shortest live stream so far, because normally I'm sitting here and blah blah blah. I don't know how, I don't have much comments here, not comments, but comments. And so basically it was probably short topic. At the end of the day, we come to always the same things. Working on ourselves and choosing what to believe in order to, meet person that we want to be with, right? And so I just want to also remind you guys, if you were, very new in this journey, I know we have guys who just following us 1 week or something, and you have a lot of questions about how it's possible, how Ukrainian women are, or just about your personal, questions about your perspectives, about dating in Ukraine. So feel free to go to matchguaranty.com/register and get your free matchmaking consultation where we will be happy to answer all your questions. Okay. And meanwhile, also, I just want to remind you that our Ukraine dating channel is back, and that's where you can meet Ukrainian ladies of different age and just like asking them different provocative questions. It's okay, they up to this, and just hear your honest answers, and just the way you can learn our culture more and to understand if this journey for you. You're welcome to to join our channel. You can also do video dating there. So this is our channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. Join me tomorrow at the same 3 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, see you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Today, it's completely free for you to have a video date face-to-face with beautiful Eastern European women of all ages and walks of life.
Oh my god. That's it. I'm all yours.
So I brought flowers.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
Makeup or no makeup, hair up, hair down, you always look great.
Thank you. You get to ask all your deepest burning questions. Okay, so we will see you live over at ukrainedating.tv.
Oh, it's not ended. Oh, sorry. But I guys, I don't ignore. I just don't know what to answer. That's why I'm not answering. I don't know update. That's why. Where is was there? Yeah, that's why I don't give update. Not everything I know. I share what I know for sure. Okay. You're welcome. Who was here? Seagrave, you're welcome. For this opportunity to find out if the journey for you. You're welcome to come for consultation with us. We'll be happy to answer all your questions. Okay. He's still in a relationship. Okay. I think we better not to, even like I don't take responsibility to talk about this, but no, he's not looking for a new lady. But I don't know where he is at, and I like how you guys like to, watch other person and how everything unfolds in his life, but better and more interesting to create your own journey and just be, getting your own experience. And I guess, it's interesting. It's there's a lot of things to learn from other people's journey, but it always will be somebody else's journey until we actually, starting get our own experience. If you're at this point that you interested and wants to proceed, and you know what to expect approximately, you just know that, oh wow, this is what I was looking for, so I know how many guys, just Western guys who live in the West and see now our, nowadays tendencies, and feeling so like not understanding what's going on, and feeling like it's so not for them. So we're happy to be that bridge that brings you where you where's your dream can come true, right? I know to help you. And everybody will take from this what they want. We see it's like we see the same things, but we see different things, right? We can watch the same movie, but see different things that we take out different things from it. But anyway, guys, thank you that you come today. This is encouragement, masculine message for all kinds of gentlemen, the last word. Okay, a little bit jokes to be funny. Okay, see you tomorrow. And yeah, if you auction active matchmaking consultation, if you're up to, we'll be happy to help you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.